Hey guys, SK here, back with another Clash Royale video, and today I'm playing a grand challenge live with 3.0 Xbow cycle. I do this kind of video a few times, maybe once a month or so. We found our first game against Adalberto, and I actually do like his banner quite a lot with the mini P.E.K.K.A. They're going to give him the good luck. I actually used that one myself for quite a while, but now I'm trying to get the Mega Minion because I feel like it fits super well with the background I have right now. But anyways, you do see a Prince at the bridge first play. I couldn't Expo with this, honestly, but I think I'm just going to chill. We do see a Prince as well, so maybe looking like Rascals bait, which is kind of rare because usually Logbait just plays classic Logbait, especially after the Goblin Gang buff. But yeah, we do actually see Rascals, so insanely aggressive start by my opponent here. Goes for a barrel as well. Log is going to be able to hit everything, though, and clean it all up, so I was able to defend that nicely. I guess I did take some Princess damage. Wow, Dark Orb at the bridge as well. My opponent is out for blood. I don't know why he's being so aggressive so early on, but anyways, he is going to have to respond to this Knight, and then I could Expo. Yeah, exactly, because he just wasted like 6 elixir, technically, because Dark Orb was 3, and then Gang was another 3. Going to go Skeletons just to make sure I don't take too much damage already, and he's maybe going to go for a Rocket. I don't know, does he not have elixir? I mean, I knew he was super low in elixir, that's why I went for this Expo. Yeah, he literally just hit 5. So, does go for a Prince. That is going to do a pretty good job at taking out my Expo, but Archers will, I believe, fully counter the Prince, since it was kind of stuck on the Expo for a little bit. So that is pretty much going to be game already. I mean, my opponent was just going all in for no reason at the start. Like, it's kind of funny. Okay, Prince at the bridge again. Wow. I'm going to log it, I guess, because I don't really want to go Knight and then take another 2 hits. Does ignore the Ice Spirit as well, so I guess that's the fair trade. Just going to Fireball the barrel. You can sometimes go for log on other things in Logbait matchups, especially this matchup where their cycle is slower than the traditional classic Logbait. You can definitely, as long as you're confident enough with defending stuff out using log, like the barrel and everything, then you can totally just log on other things that are more important. Gonna go for an Expo right here. I do have my log back in cycle in case he goes Rascals. He actually just lets it lock on for some reason. I'm a bit surprised. I guess he gave up because I feel like or disconnected maybe? I don't know. I don't think that was necessarily a give up moment yet. I mean, I feel like that game was already won for me, but I still don't feel like that moment in particular was anything special to make him give up. I don't know, but just going to go for a Knight and try and 3-crown as fast as possible, I guess. Usually you do get a faster 3-crown, believe it or not, by going for a Knight and Archers as opposed to trying to 3-crown with Expos. It's kind of funny, but yeah, just going to take this, and pretty nice first win again. My opponent was super aggressive for no reason, so really fast early win. I also forgot to say I am currently 6-2, 7-2 after that win, so I will actually be in for quite a struggle for the rest of this GC, I guess, because one loss means it's the end of my run, so I might just be recording this for no reason, might just crash and burn at like 9 wins or something, we'll see. Ice Golem first play, gonna go Skeletons, instantly DPS it down, and that was actually a good idea because Tesla was not in cycle, so I did actually get back to my Tesla by cycling my Skeletons there. So Hog, Ice Golem, Zap. I would say it's 2.6 after seeing the Hog and Ice Golem, but Zap is not run in 2.6, so this is looking like some other kind of Hog deck, which isn't that uncommon actually. We do see Goblins there as well. Just going to go Ice Spirit for them, and I don't want to play super aggressive early on. Let's see if he does anything. Okay, let's go for Bats, so I might Expo when I hit 10 then, just because Archers will take care of those Bats. He actually goes Mega Knight at the bridge. I don't even know if that was a reaction to my Expo or if he was legitimately just going for a Mega Knight at the bridge with those Bats, because I feel like it was pretty much at the same time. Like, maybe he was just genuinely going for Mega Knight at the bridge, which is pretty funny. Gonna have to go Ice Spirit here because Tesla is kind of getting slowed down by the Ice Golem. Want to make sure I don't take any Hog hits, and at least I got out of that alive. I mean, I was able to defend, but wasn't optimal, I guess, going Expo into a Mega Knight. Gonna log these Goblins just because I think they will get at least 1 or 2 stabs, so it's definitely worth it. And yeah, so Mega Knight Hog, kind of interesting. We haven't seen a big spell out of my opponent yet, but I think this should normally be my matchup. It's just that Bats are a bit annoying, especially because I do have Ice Spirit. Ice Spirit is super helpful against stuff like the Hog and the Mega Knight, as you saw. Okay, does actually go for a Mega Knight in the back, so I'm going to Expo opposite right now because that is quite aggressive, and he just kind of wasted it, and I can maybe try and activate King off the Mega Knight. I don't know if I'm that comfortable with it, though. I think I might just go for a Knight instead, especially because he has Zap in this deck. It's a bit unfamiliar, and then I don't know, like, I'm not super comfortable with the King activation. I wish I was, because it's such a nice play to do. You can activate King off Mega Knight with only Ice Spirit Skeletons. I mean, I do know the placements and everything, but just the timing's a bit weird, so if I ever mess it up, then it means I usually lose the game. He does go for Mega Knight in the back again, but he kind of gets bailed out because he has Ice Golem as well, so he can actually kind of afford to do that. Okay, he does have a Poison, which is interesting. So, Poison Zap, I feel like I should be able to outdamage that spell combination with Fireball Log. It's just a matter of if I can defend, and I feel like I do need to get a connection even still, just because... okay, he actually goes for a pretty good zap. They're going to go Archers to take the Hog out. Unfortunately, he gets 2 hits there, so that's going to be quite annoying, and he looks like he's trying to Mega Knight on top of my Archers. So I'm going to get my Knight ready for the Mega Knight and get it down as soon as possible. Then go for a Tesla to start DPSing down the Mega Knight will also help out against the Hog. Poison does come in. That's kind of the downside of going same lane as your opponent. Going to log the Goblins, try and get a small lock, but wow, zap as well. I'm going to go for an Xbow instantly because I really need this connection actually. He has a lot of damage in my right side tower, and he's already back to Mega Knight because I know last time he played Ice Golem, he played Mega Knight right after, so I do actually have to get ready. He does go for a low Mega Knight, so makes me think he might be kind of low on Elixir, which is a good sign for me at least, but wow, that's unfortunate. It is going to jump onto my Knight, but then also splash my Xbow. I think I want to get back to yet another Xbow, because based on that Poison, I feel like he's kind of panicking. He does predict my Xbow with the Hog, actually well played. Gonna Tesla though, try and get this connection. Log as well. He did zap, and okay, just barely gets an Ice Golem down. I was really hoping I was gonna get a connection there. Gonna Archers anyways just to try and get the small connection, and he unfortunately does get a Mega Knight down in time. So it's looking like I might already lose at 7 wins, which is very awkward. I do have to defend this Hog, so I can't exactly go for an Xbow right away. Okay, really good that he went for that Poison, though, because I believe Tesla will still fully counter the Hog, and then I can go for an Xbow. Okay, wow, it still gets 1 hit. That sucks, but I really need this lock now, so hopefully I can get it, especially because he did overcommit with that Poison. Gonna overcommit myself with this Fireball, catch him off guard, and I do get a connection. Oh my god, okay, gonna have to go for a Knight and Ice Spirit here, and wow, he just zapped and he missed my Xbow. Oh my god, it's like the Clash Royale gods want me to win or something, because if he zapped that correctly, I would have lost this game already. Like, it's triple Elixir. I'm going to log to make sure, and then Xbow to pressure, because I don't want him to keep cycling poisons and everything on the right. I think he's already back to a Mega Knight, yeah, so I'm just going to let the Xbow die, but take that Fireball value, because he's definitely going to poison cycle me as well. Yeah, especially because there isn't really a Tesla placement against poison, except for the super high one that's the same placement as Earthquake. I think he's trying to get back to a Hog, so I'm going to instantly get back to a Tesla. Archer's down low as well. I think he doesn't have enough for poison right away, so this should be fine. And then I can definitely get 2 more Fireballs down. So, yeah, he's spamming a lot, but as long as I get my Teslas down, it means the Hogs won't be able to do that much damage. Going to go Archers. Wow, 1 Bat gets a hit. But I think if I Fireball and get a Log down in time, I should be fine. Okay, nice. I think if that Poison got its full ticks in, I actually would have lost, because I think it still had like 8 more to go, I'm not sure. But my Log wasn't coming down in time either, so I think I still won that either way, but that is quite a crazy match. Did not need that so early on in this GC, but I guess I'm still alive for now. Yeah, I don't know how he missed that zap, but I'm really glad he did, because I would not have done well if he didn't miss that zap. Like, if he retargeted the Xbow, I actually don't even know how he missed the zap. I guess he was panicking so much. And we do see a Goblin Giant first play. I guess since I don't have Xbow right away, I can't punish that, unfortunately. Probably going to be Goblin Giant Sparky. Yeah, there's the Sparky. So I'm kind of surprised. I mean, this is so risky to do, like going Goblin Giant Sparky first play. But I guess it kind of worked out for him, because he didn't really get punished. I didn't have the right cycle to punish him. Gonna Skeletons to tank 1 Sparky hit, keep my Archers alive, and then I think this should get fully taken out. Okay, actually, I might have to Knight, just because I feel like the Sparky... Yeah, I would have definitely gotten a shot, so that's a bit unfortunate. I was really hoping I could punish him, because he just went super aggressive first play. Wow, E-Barb's Rage. What is this guy doing? He literally went Goblin Giant first play, and then goes E-Barb's Rage at the bridge. I'm just going to defend it like that, though. He gives the wow, like he's surprised I defended. I mean, okay, I guess he's complimenting my defense, but yeah, like... That's how you want to defend E-Barbs at the bridge. Kite them to the middle, get both towers on them as early as possible, and then just try and keep whatever you're using to DPS the E-Barbs down alive. So for example, I used Archers there. I protected them with the Skeletons. If you're using a Tesla, definitely protect your Tesla as well, because you don't want it to die, of course. But just going to Skeletons for this Dark Prince, and then I'm going to Expo. Yeah, I had it hovered because I had a feeling he would go either Goblin Giant or Sparky in the back. So it's going to be a pretty good expo. The bad news is that my Tesla is actually almost dead, so I could actually lose right here if I'm not careful with this micro defense, because he's definitely just going to ignore the expo and go all in. So I'm going to have to see how I do this. I think I want a Knight on the Sparky, then Ice Spirit after gets one hit to retarget, or rather to reset it, I guess. Skeletons, and then I think the Skeletons will... Alright, the Heal Spirit does jump, but oh my god, Expo is alive and helping against the E-Barbs. Back to new pair of archers. We do take 2 Raging E-Barb hits, but we are still alive, so that was so clutch. And that's why I played the Expo on the inwards corner, guys, because you want it to help out on defense if your opponent does ignore your entire Expo, and say you do get the tower and you just like stall out for long enough. As you saw there, it was super crucial in that defense because it actually helped out against the E-Barbs, especially towards the end. I know I took a lot of damage, but I think it was a worthwhile trade because I took his entire tower, and now I'm pretty comfortable defending. I mean, this is I've done this defense like tens of times over, maybe even hundreds, I don't know, but just gonna get that insane fireball value. Knight to protect my archers actually messed that up. Gonna Skeletons just in case. Wow, good thing I went Skeletons because the Sparky did get a blast off, so I actually would have taken 1 E-Barb hit there. It might have been enough. Don't think I need to log that. Yeah, I'm fine. He gives a good game. That is going to be a good game. Only 10 seconds left. I'm going to find my Sparky emote. There it is. E-Barbs as his last resort play, but it's over. Just going to log Fireball, and it's done. So, yeah. Also, if he did go for a Goblin Giant on my Expo that time, since it was on the inwards placement, the Tesla would have been able to target the Goblin Giant while it was on the Expo. So these micro placements, they might not seem like they matter that much, but they actually really can change the impact, or the outcome rather, of a game just with one small change to them. Like say I played the Expo all the way to the right, it might have not been able to target those E-Barbs, and wow, we found our next match against a really good player. I'm going to give him the good luck. I actually recognize his name because I used to really look up to him. I believe he used to play Expo with Firecracker, and he actually did super well. So I'm going to go Archers. He does go for a Princess at the bridge first play. Could be Logbait Cycle. Okay, Bandit. Not really sure actually what this is. Just going to get back to my Knight, I guess, for this Bandit. And then Knight. And I'm also letting the Skeleton soak the Bandit dash. Looks like he actually went for a Tornado. So I'm going to go for an Expo because that was quite a big commitment. And my Knight is still alive. He does go for a Minor Poison. Okay, Expo is on tower though, wow. So he got the Minor down a bit too late, I guess. And that's going to be more damage for me than him because I believe Expo does outdamage a Poison. I think that's how it works. I haven't actually ever like looked at these numbers too deeply, but yeah, that's going to be a nice connection early on. This is a weird deck. He has Bandit, Tornado, Minor. Like, Minor plus Tornado you only really see in Minor Wall Breakers, I would say, with Magic Archer. Gonna Fireball the Princess. Yeah, I forgot he has Princess as well, so this is really quite a strange deck. Skeletons as well, so he has like a really fast cycle. Fire Spirit too, so is it just Minor Poison like cycle? I guess it probably is, right? Gonna go for a Knight for this Bandit, and I don't think I can stop that Fire Spirit. I'd rather save Ice Spirit for the Minor, as you can see here, because I can retarget it. And then I can Expo, because my Knight is going to be counter-pushing. Bandit is not in cycle. He has to go Princess, and I guess he's getting back to his Bandit right now. Yeah, he's back now. But I will try and protect my Expo. Archers will unfortunately get sniped by the Bandit dash, but Expo does lock onto the Princess first. Gonna go for a log on this Minor, actually, try and keep my Expo alive. We do get some ticks in there, so it was kind of worth it. And generally, you don't really want to be going same lane as your opponent in a matchup like this, especially if they have a super fast cycle, Minor Poison, but I feel like he actually only has one tank, and that is the Bandit. Like, he doesn't really have much that he can stop an Expo with. I guess he could Minor on the Expo or on defense, but he doesn't have like an Ice Golem or a Valk or something really annoying like that. Like, Bandit is kind of a mini tank role for him, I guess, in this deck, but it doesn't really serve the same function against Expo, because normally you'd have like a Knight or a Valk, and they would do a great job at tanking for the Expo. Okay, he's going really aggressive right here. I think I have to Fireball. I hope I hit everything. Okay, nice. And gonna go in on the left, actually, because he might predict me to go on the right, so I want to be unpredictable, switch things up. He also might still have to respond to that Knight plus Archer. I hope, anyways. Gonna go Ice Spirit. He does go Minor in the front, quite a big mistake. Usually you always want to go Minor towards the back or the sides of the Expo, because if he has like a Bandit coming down, I'm obviously going to Knight to block it anyways, so that was just kind of a mistake. But he does have Tornado as well, so Poison Log Tornado, interesting spell combination. I guess he's playing like a challenge deck or something. I don't know, maybe someone put a bounty out to get a 12-win with this deck. I don't know. Gonna go Knight for the Bandit though. Ice Spirit Log for this Minor, and hopefully I can get a small connection. Okay, not really, but this game is pretty much all wrapped up already because, okay, nice I did catch the princess at the bridge as well. Against princess decks in general, if they have princess in cycle, you always want to cycle stuff in the middle, as you saw me do there with the skeletons, because you don't want them to get princess at the bridge damage on your tower. It's very annoying, and it can really add up over time, so be careful of that. Does force the defensive miner out this time, just going to fireball it. Miner walks up, which is a bit unfortunate, but it's still fine because I'm still getting fireball damage, and he still has to defend, so has to go for kind of an awkward bandit. Going to go archers, and okay, I think I actually should have let the Tesla die there, but it's fine. Going to Knight Ice Spirit for this princess right away. Skeletons for the miner, and then I can go in again, I think, because well, let's see what he does for this knight. Okay, he does go for the skeletons. I guess I'm just going to set a pre-Tesla up first. This will stop any princess at the bridge in general. Does go bandit, going to expo right away, and log the princess right away as well. Okay, yeah, he's going in the front every time. I mean, it did work that time, but I feel like you're not really supposed to. Like, I mean, I guess you can, but it's I would say it's like the easiest position to defend. Just going to pre-fireball whatever he does, and I mean, whatever he does, I just need to get back to another fireball and the game is over, so that's going to be GG against Mao. As you saw in his banners, he's actually a pro player. Like, he's a really good player, so I'm going to give him the well played because he's playing like a super high skill deck, I have to say. Like, this miner deck is very high skill. I haven't really seen a deck like that. Unless it was like a challenge. Yeah, it doesn't even have a building there, so very impressive that he's already up here. As you can see, he has a number 9, a global tourney finish. Very old pro player. I remember, though, because I used to look up to him. Like, he played Expo Firecracker a long time ago. I do remember that. So looking for the next match, we found it now against Snooze CR. I think that's his epic in the bubble letters. Let's see what he's running, though. 7.3k push. Interesting. So it looks like he is a bit of a ladder player as well. Mega Minion. Okay, so this could be really good or really bad. It would be really good if it's like classic Lava Hound. It would be really bad if it's like Giant Double Prince or a Golem. Okay, Mother Witch. So I actually think it's looking like RG, but it's very interesting. Gonna scale these for the Cursed Pig, only let it get 1 hit. This is very interesting though, because you never see RG with Mega Minion anymore. When I say RG, I mean Royal Giant, in case you guys didn't know about that abbreviation. But yeah, like, Mega Minion used to be played a lot in Royal Giant, but then it kind of got overshadowed by all the new overpowered cards like Mother Witch, Archer Queen, Hunter, Zappies even. So you never really see it anymore, so actually very interesting to see it here. I'm actually going to activate King off the E-Spirit just because we are against Royal Giant, and normally it seems like you wouldn't really care about a King activation, but especially in a matchup where you're playing Expo, maybe with other decks you wouldn't really care about it, but with Expo, since you're playing on your side all the time, it's really going to help. I'm going to Fireball the Mother Witch off, log the Cursed Hogs as well. Right here you'll see an example. The King Tower will help out against that Cursed Hog, and I think if it didn't get that hit, it would have gotten a second headbutt in. So, still unfortunate that we took that damage though, but it should still be fine. And so basically the King Tower will help out against any Cursed Hogs in the future, as well as stuff like Fisherman or even Royal Ghost. Okay, he does go for a log. He's going to go Skeletons for this Fisherman. He does go E-Spirit as well, but as you can see, King Tower helped out anyways. So he is already... Okay, he does Fireball me off. I'm going to Fireball him back. If I Expo, he'll just Royal Giant, and I know he has RG. Like, Fisherman is pretty much always going to be Royal Giant, and Mother Witch as well. Kind of guaranteed. It to me. Just Mega Minion is interesting. Gonna log the tower instead of Tombstone. Normally I'd always log the Tombstone, but I need tower damage at this point, and I can't afford to fall behind. I already have fallen behind quite a bit, so it's looking pretty bad. The good news is that he has a slightly slow cycle. He has Fisherman, Mother Witch, Tombstone, Mega Minion, so all kind of 3-4 elixir cards. Gonna Fireball him back again. He does have the E-Spirit there to cycle, but I have 2 cycle cards, he only has 1. Gonna Ice Spirit for all of this, hopefully I hit it. Okay, I didn't hit the RG, so I have to get back to a second Tesla, and then I have to Fireball the Mother Witch instantly before she turns all my Skeletons into Cursed Hogs. And 1 Archer does get a hit there, I noticed, so that is super helpful. I think I do have to Knight for this Fisherman, and E-Spirit is going to connect. I think it's inevitable. A bit unfortunate there. Going to Expo, though. He's probably back to RG, but just kind of pressure, and I might try and outcycle him here, because I don't want him to keep Fireball cycling me. Yeah, exactly. We did force out a Fireball on those Archers, which I think is actually a pretty bad play on his end. Speaking of bad plays, though, yeah, I do get the Mother Witch out, so maybe I shouldn't have gone Skeletons there, because we both kind of had to Fireball. Not where we wanted to, but it should still be okay. Gonna Ice Spirit there. Bit of a bad Ice Spirit, actually. Gonna go Archers too. And then, let's see, I might reset with a Tesla here, just because it's usually a pretty good play against RG in general, because they're usually going in, and it'll help out against any support troops, especially because he has Fireball, which is definitely better than him having Lightning, I will say that. I'm going to Ice Spirit for this RG, and then I think I'm going to Expo. He's like 2 away from RG right now, so yeah, I think he's actually already back, because he played Mega Minion to E-Spirit. Does go Fisherman to tank though, so maybe he was a bit low in Elixir. I can stack Archers though, and I don't think they'll get Fireballed off, at least right away, just because he had to commit that RG. So yeah, Archers are going to be fine. Going to go for a Knight and Ice Spirit and try and get back to another Expo, I think. Log as well. And actually, you do have to Tesla, unfortunately, because the Cursed Hogs are coming in as well on the left, so I absolutely cannot afford to take those. And this is actually looking kind of bad right now. Going into triple with a damage deficit against Royal Giant is never great. I'm going to try something else. Going to try defensive Expos now and try and bait out his Fireball on the Expo. If he Fireballs my tower anyways, that's not going to be that good, but I'm going to Fireball his tower. He does opt to RG on the Expo. I think that's a pretty solid play overall. But I just have to find a way to defend this stuff. He does Fireball me out. I'm going to go for a Knight, and then I guess I'm just going to keep Fireballing him back, and my defensive Expo is going to be putting in work, so as long as he's not Fireballing my Expo, I'll actually be okay. Like, I'm already kind of catching up, as you can see in damage, so it's not looking too bad. I'm going to go Archers up high so he can't Fireball them plus the tower. Does Fireball my Tesla off, which is a good play, but I'm ready with the log, and then I can get a Fireball off, and now I'm in the lead, which is huge, so I do like that play of his, you know, Fireballing the Tesla. It's actually very annoying. I was about to defensive Expo, but since I noticed he went RG, I decided to chill on it instead because it wouldn't have been worth it. Gonna Tesla, and then I think I won because, yeah, I'm up damage now, so just log Fireball. He's gonna log Fireball as well, but it won't be enough to put him ahead of me, so that's gonna be GG. I'm pretty proud of how I played that one. Really nice comeback. Really close ending there because I was down like pretty much most of the game. Like, I was down all the way until triple, I believe, and I only started coming back in the last like 30 seconds or so. So 101 damage difference, but really nice win there, and yeah, I feel like that was a really good comeback. So RG Fireball is a bit annoying, but I'm glad I was able to make it work. So let's look for the next match. Alright, and we finally found the next match. I think that took a really long time, so I'm probably going to cut that out or edit it out or something because I don't want to make you guys sit through like 30 plus seconds of just queue time. We found our final game against Ruth. We are all the way up at 11 wins now, so actually have kind of made it. So hopefully I can get this 12 win, would be really nice. Hopefully I don't choke it. We do see a Goblin gang, so could be Logbait, but ever since the Goblin Gang buff with that new Spear Goblin, it has been pretty much everywhere, so we'll have to see what it actually is. He does go for a log as well, looking more like Logbait, but I'll see. Going for Skeletons, just a cycle, and I kind of want to leak because this is an awkward hand. Okay, going to Fireball the Mother Witch instantly. I think I'm actually going to Ice Spirit for the Cursed Hog because, yeah, I actually might not have made a difference, but okay, Mother Witch pretty much confirms it's going to be Royal Giant again, because as you saw in the last game, we just went against Mother Witch, and I don't know if I should Knight or Tesla this, actually. I haven't really thought about it. Back then, you would always go Tesla, but Tesla was nerfed, and the lifetime is a lot shorter now, so I don't know, like, it's weird, but I'm going to Tesla anyways now. Fisherman does hook the Knight, as you can see, so it's not the best interaction. Like, Tower doesn't help out. Does go for Zappy, so Royal Giant Skeleton King is going to be kind of a tough matchup. I think it's close to even. I'm not really sure. Goblin Gang being good again and using this deck is annoying for sure. I am going to log even though he has Gang because I want to hit the Skeleton King and the 2 Zappies, but I don't know. I also don't really want to go same lane as him, so I'm going to go Ice Spirit in the left instead of the right, just because, again, if you are going same lane against someone with like a Fireball or a log, they can just get that value on your Expo. And your weak side tower. Just going to go Archers for this Gang. Knight should take care of the Mother Witch and still force response out, I believe. And then I'm going to get ready to Fireball whatever it is. If it's like a Fisherman or something, I'll take it. Okay, does go Fisherman. I'm just going to Fireball it, I guess. It's more to the right, so I couldn't really afford to. But yeah, I do get some Archer damage in the right as well, thanks to that Fireball, so it was actually worth it. And I guess I'm going same lane, at least for now. If I go Expo, I probably won't go Expo same lane, though, because I don't want him to get Fireball value, but I'm just going to reset with a center Tesla now. Unfortunately, I don't have Fireball and Cycle. He kind of knew that, which is why he cycled his Mother Witch there, but going to cycle Skeletons opposite lane to the Mother Witch, definitely. Log it off instantly, keep my Tesla alive, and then we are in the damage lead. Gonna defensive Expo, I think, because nothing else I do will really make much progress in this situation. Gonna Fireball the Fisherman right away, and we do force out the Fireball on my Expo, which is great. That's my healthier side tower, which is why I placed it there. So just overall nice situation. Gonna go skeletons. As you can see, Xbow is really nice against Skelly King because it does one-shot the skeletons because they are only like 1 HP. And Xbow has a really fast hit speed, so it's actually quite good. Don't think I want to fireball this because I'd rather not get like a bad fireball. I can do it just fine with my knight, so I'm just going to go for that. Archer's over here for the Skelly King, and then he does go for a gang. Kind of weird, gonna log. Although now I have to be careful of his ability. Gonna fireball the Mother Witch as soon as possible. Knight for this Skelly King, and then skeletons. I think I might actually have to log again. So we actually got a fair amount of damage there, not gonna lie. But we are still in the damage lead just because I'm kind of spelling him out, and I've been spelling like weird things, like sometimes Fisherman's, sometimes dealing with Mother Witches without Fireball, just trying to keep the lead. I don't think I want to Fireball that one Zappy though. I think that would be a bit too aggressive and wouldn't really end well for me. So just gonna Defensive Expo, reset again. He hasn't actually played a Royal Giant yet. Okay, as soon as I say that he does, but just gonna Archers, Knight, and you kind of always want to stack Archers against this RG, even though he does have Fireball. If you play them like high enough, they can't really Fireball, or if you play them like when you have a Defensive Expo on the board, they kind of have to choose, and then it's good for you either way. Pretty smart play of his going Zappy's same lane. I think I am going to log all of them just because they're all stacked there. And I did kind of go for a Naked Fireball a little bit ago just because I want to maintain my damage lead. He does go RG in the right, so I'm going to Fireball as soon as possible and then Skeletons to DPS it down. I couldn't go Skeletons first though, obviously, because that would just lead to a lot of Cursed Hogs. And this Skelly King is fully charged, so I do kind of have to save log for that ability. Instantly going to go for it, and then Archers again. If he Fireballs, it'll actually be fine, because I can just Defensive Expo, and he really has to pick and choose. Okay, Mother Witch is a smart play though. Gonna Knight and then Skeletons. And he is going for RG on my Expo, but I think I'm fine. I'm gonna try and Fireball the Fisherman. Might have missed. Okay, I did miss, but it's still okay because I believe that'll actually still get taken out, or just barely anyways. Gonna reset with a Tesla, log the gang, and then I have to be careful of the Skelly King. Gonna Fireball on as much as I can. And yeah, Knight does a pretty solid job, so I'm back to another Tesla. Always go for your Teslas in this placement against an RG Fireball deck, because they can't hit your Tesla with the Fireball as you saw just now. Gonna go for Archers because he just uses Fireball. Log all of this as soon as I get the Elixir, and that should be game. He does go for a Mother Witch, gonna Tesla, just to make sure the Cursed Hog doesn't get any last second damage. And yeah, I feel like I played that one pretty well. I mean, Defensive Expos are really useful, and overall, that deck has actually been kind of everywhere, RG Skelly King, ever since the Goblin Gang buff this season, because Gang is so much stronger now. Even though it doesn't synergize as well with Skelly King, it's just really good. But that is still going to be a 12 win. Let's go. So, managed to clutch it up from 6-2. Again, I have not made a... Actually, I don't think I said it, but I have not made a 12-win Grand Challenge video in quite a while, so... hope you guys enjoyed this one. I still like them a lot. I still like doing these videos, just kind of doing them a little all over the place, I guess, here and there. But let's go open up the chest here. We'll get some pretty nice stuff. Hopefully I get like a legendary that I don't have or something. Otherwise, yeah, I have literally everything already maxed stack. Okay, I guess I got some rages, which I didn't have before. So that's not too bad. Decent chest. I mean, the gold is always welcome. So yeah, that's going to be a really nice GC, though. We did come back. I did lose. I was playing 2.9 Expo at the start, so that's where I got my losses. But I was thankfully still able to come back. I mean, that minor poison deck was a really hard counter, even though it was literally at 0 wins, so I'm a bit embarrassed, but it is really hard, especially with 2.9. And then I beat like weird earthquake decks, but then I lost to Mega Knight Wallbreakers with Prince, because that is impossible to defend, especially if they have arrows. But yeah, that's going to be a 12-win Grand Challenge, so really happy about it against Royal Giant. Very popular RG deck in the meta right now, so hopefully it helps you guys out with kind of a game plan on how to deal with it. But yeah, overall, that's going to be the video, guys, so thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Take care, and I will see you in the next one.